Hi there, Kaysena here, your intuitive business coach, helping you turn your passion into a successful and thriving business. In today's daily insight, I would like to piggyback on what I shared yesterday about finding your niche. So today I would like to take a little deep dive into getting to know your ideal client inside and out. But let me ask you this, would you like to get more clients who you would really enjoy working with? Or do you sometimes wonder why it seems like that you keep attracting people who are really not a good fit for what you do, or they simply don't want to pay you for your services, or they don't really do the work and you end up working so much harder than they do? So today I would really like to take a deep dive into defining your ideal client. I want to share with you why you should really know your ideal client to the T, inside and out, and then how that will actually help you attract more clients, and most of all, more of the right type of clients, like your ideal client. So yesterday, I talked about the importance of choosing a niche, but today we're going to talk a little bit more about identifying your ideal client. We're going to take a deep dive into that. Because once you have your niche and your target audience, the next thing you want to do is really get crystal clear around your ideal client. So yesterday, I used the example of a life coach working with busy executives to find balance in their life. Now, not every executive would be a good fit. You really want to get clear around their characteristics. I always have a hard time saying that word. You want to get clear on are they coachable? You want them to be able and willing and ready to work with you and also pay you for your services, pay in full without trying to barter with you, right? Maybe you want them to be high energy, willing to change and willing to do the work, really seeing that more's out there and they really want to have that change. Next, you also want to know what do they really want. So you want to get clear on who they are, who they are as a person, women, men, age range, those type of things. But then you also want to really get into their head. You want to know exactly what is it that they want. What are their pain points? What questions do they have? What keeps them up at night? What changes do they want to make? And what transformation are they really looking to achieve? Knowing all this, really knowing what's going on in their mind, what are they thinking about, all these things will really help you get a better understanding of what is it that they want. And then helps you attract your ideal clients. Once you're really crystal clear around that, you also want to really know what is going on in their mind. What do they think about? Use their words. What do they say? So for example, if we're looking at that busy executive, not really having a whole lot of time with their family, they could be thinking something like, if I don't get my work, if I don't get my work and life in balance, I might lose my spouse. How can I cut back on my hours but still be productive? Or I'm so exhausted, working all day, working all the time, working overtime, and then when I get home, I still gotta be there for my spouse and my kids because they want time for me too, and I don't know how to do all that. That's kind of some of the things that your ideal client might be thinking about if you're working with executives, busy executives. But you want to get clear on what is going on in their mind. And you might not be able to figure it out right away. It might take some time. You might really need to do some research around it. Ask people, what do you think about? Look around, ask your clients, really get clear on what is truly holding them back, what's going on in their mind. And you want to use what's going on in their mind, exactly the same wording. Because then once you know what they want, what they're looking for, what are their challenges, what are their pain points, then you can create content matching that. And your online programs you're putting together will be matching that. Your coaching programs, your service packages, any workshops, retreats, anything that you are creating will be based on your ideal client. What are they looking for? What transformation do they desire? What questions do they want answers to? Now, the reason why this is so important is because the clearer you can be, the easier it will be for you to actually create content, create programs, create all the offerings that your ideal client is looking for. Now, we don't want to be broad, right? We talked about that yesterday. You want to find your niche, but with the ideal client, you really want to know exactly what's going on in their mind, because you might think that they want to be able to spend more time with their family, or they want to be happier or more joyful, whatever. But that might be what you think they want. But you really got to get clear on what do they really want. So for example, in my niche, I work with a lot of conscious entrepreneurs. I know my ideal clients, they're frustrated because they are having a hard time getting clients. So they might be laying up at night, sitting up at night like, oh my God, I don't know how I'm going to pay my bills. I can't seem to get clients. The people that I attract, they don't want to pay for my service. They don't want to work with me. How can I make this happen? How can I be out there, be more visible to attract more people? So that's what you want to do. You want to get crystal clear on your ideal client. Like, what is it that they want? What is it that they need? Which also brings me back to what I shared yesterday about finding out your niche. If you don't have your niche down, it's going to be very, very difficult for you to really get clear on your ideal client. This is so very important, because once you really have that clarity around who your ideal client is, what they're looking for, what pain points they have, then your messaging, your sales copy, the content that you're creating, it will be targeted. You're targeting your ideal client. You focus on this one particular ideal client that you have. They also call it the avatar. And no, it's not that blue person from the movie. It's actually, they call it an avatar. You create a fictitious person of your ideal client. Really get down to the T. Who are they? What do they want? What are their characteristics? I said it right this time. Hey, really get clear on all that, because then once you know who they are, you create content with that particular person in mind. And the clearer you can be, the more impactful and targeted your content, your offerings, your messages, everything that you do will really be. So if you're going on podcasts, if you're doing blog posts, whatever you're doing, it will be geared towards that ideal client, giving them what they want, which then in return helps you attract your ideal clients. Now, how does that really help you to attract your clients? Is you speak their language. By knowing really what's going on in their mind, what's going on in their head, what keeps them up at night, by using that exactly the way it is, not sugarcoating it, not changing the words around, but really knowing exactly what's going on in their mind. When you speak their language, they will notice you. Then they will check you out because they find interest in what you have shared or what you do. They're going to be stalking you for a little bit. The good kind of stalking, though, not the bad one. So they're going to, check you out. They're going to follow you. Maybe if you have a lead magnet, they might sign up for you, because they want to see if you really are the person that can help them with whatever challenge they have. And then they will realize that you may just be the person that has the answers that they're looking for. And then they end up wanting to work with you. And ta-da, you have a new client. Okay? So the more you know about your ideal client, the better. And also the easier it will be to speak to them, to draw them in, and then you become that go-to person for your ideal client by giving them exactly what they're looking for and what they need, what they want, what they desire, the transformation they're looking for. You can then give it to them. So I hope this was helpful. I mean, like I mentioned yesterday, you want to get clear on your target audience, you want to get clear on your niche, and then you want to really drill down on your ideal client. And this can really take some time. You want to get started with, just the basics, like what is it that they're looking for? And then as you go along, then you will learn more as you work with people, as you hear more stories, as you follow people online. You will get more clarity around what are they looking for? And then you use that. Put it into your content, put it into your sales copy, and just give them what they want, and that's how you draw them in. Okay, so I hope this was helpful. If you would like some help in really defining your ideal client and defining your niche and really getting clarity around that, please reach out to me. Go to my website, sign up for a complimentary strategy session. I would love to help you. But I want to thank you for watching. Thank you for tuning in. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe to my YouTube channel so you get more notifications about the other daily insights I release. And I will see you tomorrow in the next Daily Insights. And I hope you have an amazingly abundant and successful day.